Hello, right, today we're going for a walk along the Saxon Shore at Werburgh. At who? Where? No, who. Ha ha ha. Yeah, well, everybody's told that. So the parish church of Werburgh, you can just about see in the background there, is dedicated to St Werburgh, who was apparently the daughter of the King Wulfhere of Mercia and niece of King Ethelred. And there's been a church here since at least the 8th century. It's mentioned in the Domesday Book and all that kind of thing. Although it didn't actually become St Werburgh officially until 1968. But it has never been Street Werburgh, as a friend of mine famously mispronounced it on the radio once. Anyway, we're going along the Saxon Shore, so off we go. You know, these mud flats, they might not look particularly beautiful at first glance, but they're incredibly important because hundreds of thousands of birds that are migrating in the springtime up from Africa or in the winter back down again from the Arctic, they stop over here all around the Thames in the Medway to feed and to rest up before moving on. And you can see all sorts, ducks, egrets, geese, even seagulls and pigeons, you know, there's all sorts. If you take the time to take a look, there's an amazing amount of wildlife out here. It's beautiful. So why are you walking then? You hate walking.
Yeah, but I love hearing about your facts, your information. I'm walking for me, for the things that it can do for me, for the brain and the body, and taking the opportunity to explore the world around me. Yeah, lady of a certain age, I think there's other things I've got to do. I think the hockey playing and the running marathons and the celebrating and the drinking, however you want to badge it up. I think life has to be a little bit different, and this is the chance to help that and help this.
So we're more or less at the turning round point now. That is what's left of Kingsnorth power station. Now there used to be an enormous chimney, 650 foot high, but that got blown up spectacularly a few years ago because this was a coal-fired power station, and obviously all of that is just gone. The only thing that's left are the sort of the cranes and the derricks at the end of the pier, which just sort of standing there like weird, mad dinosaur giraffes. But yeah, it's kind of it's a little bit sad, a little bit desolate, but actually sort of hopeful in a weird kind of way. The fact that coal-fired's gone. It's just gone. I'm really pleased. There's a couple of egrets over there, and little egrets, which are the white birds. It's a kind of small heron, and in the Victorian era they were almost wiped out completely because their feathers were used in fashion for, you know, ladies' hats and that kind of thing, and at one point their neck plumes were so valuable they were literally worth their weight in gold. And like I say, they were almost wiped out. And now, in the last 20-30 years, they've become almost commonplace again in the UK. And I think that's fantastic. So there we go, we're at the end of our walk. How far does the watch say?
The watch says, oh I can't read it, hang on. 4.2 miles.
4.2 miles, so yeah,
I'm
that's
not
right.
sure that's enough calories burnt off to justify cake.
It's
but
plenty enough
lunch.
calories burnt
Definitely
enough
lunch.
to justify cake. Thank you if you've made it right through to the end. If you could like and subscribe, there'll be hopefully loads more of these to come. But for the moment, from the not very wild Rovers, bye.